because that's how we always do it. Everybody in the community knew what Marcia was supposed to become, a dressmaker. It wasn't written anywhere, but it lived in the way people spoke to her. Her great granny used to sew uniforms back in the day. Her granny used to sew church clothes. Her mother still sewed school dresses on that same old machine that rattled like it was tired. So your turn next, people would say. This thing passed down, man. Marcia smiled politely. She always did. But what she really loved was fixing things. From she was small, Marcia noticed problems other persons walked past. The gate that dragged on one hinge, the tap that leaked only when pressure was low, the shop fridge that overheated every afternoon. She liked figuring things out, liked tools, liked plans. But every time she tried to explain that part of herself, somebody cut her off. Her uncle would say, "From your great granny come down to me, everybody saw." Her mother would add it gently, "It's honest work, don't overthink it." Marcia kept quiet. One evening, while helping her aunt cut fabric, Marcia finally tried again. Auntie, what if, what if I don't want to sew full time?" Her aunt didn't even look up. Marcia, knowing what her aunt was going to say, started with a knowing chuckle. "From your great granny come down to me." Her aunt laughed. It was the first time Marcia really answered back. "Auntie, me just think different sometimes. Her aunt paused, not angry, just surprised. The community depended on a shared water tank, filled the same way it had been filled forever, bucket by bucket, hand to hand. Early morning before sun up. That day, the pump failed. Still, people lined up with buckets. "This is how we always do it," someone said. Hours passed, water barely rise. Children became restless, elders got tired. Marcia stood watching the tank, then the broken pump, then the slope of the yard leading down to the standpipe. An idea formed. She didn't rush forward, she waited. When frustration finally set in, Marcia spoke. "What if we angle the hose lower and use the slope? The pressure could help." Somebody shook their head. "That's not how we normally do it." Another voice added, "From long time." But the sun kept burning. Finally, an elder said, "You know, Marcia, go and go try it. 'Cause right now I'm frustrated. I really need some water." They propped the tank slightly, adjusted the hose, and let gravity do the rest. Slow at first, then steady. Water climbed. Not perfect, but working. Nobody made a big celebration. But later, as Marcia sat outside, her aunt came and sat beside her. "You know," she said quietly, "your great granny used to fix things too. Sewing was just a means to pay the bills." Me did listen to you that day, Me just never know what to say. And then I started thinking when you came up with this idea with the water tap. Marcia smiled. She still learned to sew, but she also learned plumbing basics and repairs and problem solving. Maybe she could become an engineer. Tradition wasn't a cage, it was a foundation. And Marcia learned this. You can respect where you come from and still choose where you're going.